Question 6. What are my favorite directors? This is one I really had to think about because there's a bunch, okay? Plus I didn't want to say the same as Jex, which is like, to get that out of the way, all the ones he mentioned, up there on my list. They're amazing, okay? Especially John Landis. I love that guy. But anyway, to be different, my fave 3 directors, I'm going to do top 3, by the way. My fave 3, I'm going to have to go with my trio of Davids, which I've joked about quite a bit in school, not here. Sorry. When I work, I talk a lot in class. There's inside jokes everywhere. But the 3 Davids for me, which is David Cronenberg for the first. And I'm going to work my way up to my favorite David. Actually, they're not predicament order, except for my favorite David. My favorite David we'll save to the end. Favorite David. David Cronenberg. I mean, he's done The Fly, Scanners, just a bunch of amazing movies. I could go on. Okay, if you don't know who David Cronenberg is, I don't know, you need to find out. Like, Google that after this. Wait for the video to finish. Google it, come back and watch more videos, because you need to know. I love how he goes and he'll take a crazy scenario, make it as insanely real to you as possible, and messed up. Like, when you leave a Cronenberg movie, you're like, holy crap, I'm glad I live in the land of reality, because shit, Google it. Anyway, David the Second. I love David Fincher. For those who don't know, he did Fight Club, he did Seven. I mean, there's others. I like his particular style of the way he does shots and things like that. He does a very gritty, grungy style of his. It's dark, but it's not like crazy. It's not like Tim Burton dark. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he's on a grunge level, and I like it. And my favorite David is David Lynch, which is a crazy weird. Like, his films are crazy weird. Like, he does some weird shit, okay? But I love it. Like, Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead, Blue Velvet, Dune, to name a few. He's done a bunch of crazy stuff. He had a TV series at one point. Like, I just love his stuff he does. It's surreal. And it's just weird. Like, Eraserhead is a hard movie to sit through, but if you do it, it's intense. I would recommend watching Mulholland Drive, though. It's amazing and beautiful and scary as shit at the same time. Like, there's a scene in there that it scares the shit out of me every time I've seen it, even though I know it's coming. And I'm not going to ruin anything from that, but you have to watch it if you haven't. So do it after you Google who David Cronenberg is, if you don't know. If you do know, congrats to you. Watch Mulholland Drive, unless you've already seen Mulholland Drive, in which case, virtual high-five me right now. Yeah, that's right, I virtual high-five the screen. So yeah, those are my favorite directors. So I guess that leaves question 7. Question 7! Question 7. First movie I seen in theaters. First movie I've seen in theaters is nothing amazing. It's hard to compete with Jackson on this one. I still like it now, so I don't give a shit, but it was Babe, the film with the talking pig. It's the way I remember it. I saw it in theaters. I don't know. It was a good time. So, yeah. If you guys like that movie, kudos to you. If you think that's stupid, it's one of the movies I like that most people don't like. But I think most people do. Because it's freaking Babe. So that's the movie I remember seeing in theaters. Like I said, it's hard to compete with something as awesome as what Jack's seen in theaters. But hey, it's awesome in its own way. Give it that. And the final question. It's been a long journey, hasn't it? Question 8. And before I answer, I have to say again, thanks to QKS72 for including me in these questions. Feeling the love. If anyone else wanted me to answer any questions, feel free, as I love answering questions. It's very fun to me to do. But anyway. Question 8. Are you ready for this? Most of you know what it is already because you watched Jax's. There's no point to the drum roll, and I realized it when I started it, but I'm already halfway through it, so who gives a shit? Yay! Coke or Pepsi? Well, how about vanilla Coke? What's that? Did I just mind bend the question? Vanilla Coke, which is impossible to find around here. How did I get it? I don't know, I'm just crazy. But seriously, I do love Vanilla Coke, but over the Coke Pepsi argument, I used to be pro Pepsi, very hardcore pro Pepsi, but as the story goes, I started working at a convenience store. During the summer of working at the convenience store, there was some very hot days. Days so hot that I needed something to quench my thirst. Pepsi was the more expensive out of the beverages of pop, of soda, I should say, in the cooler. So what was I to do but purchase the least expensive, since I did not have much money, which was Coke. I developed a taste for the Coke and continued to drink said liquid until I fancied it over the other said liquid. Henceforth, I am now a Coke fan. And that's how it goes. But yeah, thanks for the questions. I'm going to do an update next, so stay tuned. And yeah, thanks for watching.